Welcome to the Great People Podcast, episode 15.
Welcome to the Great People Podcast, where topics that people expect to be black and white are discussed by going into the gray areas. And now, your trio of hosts, Sebastian Zuniga, Reina Rivera, and Randy Felice.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Great People Podcast. Man, I can't believe it's 15.
Episode 15.
Episode 15.
Nuestro quinceañero.
Nice. So for the 15th, we got a nice little episode going on. We want to talk about, first and foremost, the question is fight or flight? Which means, in the face of adversity, what do you do? Do you face the problems? Do you run? I want to break down here with all of us here today. First and foremost, what does that even mean to you guys? Fight or flight? What does that mean for you?
Wait, didn't you have a definition, Randy? I thought that would be kind of...
I didn't have there's no official definition.
No, what's it mean to you guys? What's it mean to you guys?
Yeah, I guess it's the body's, I was reading on it, is your body's response of under pressure, anxiety, or danger. Your body will decide either it's time to fight, flight, or freeze. We don't have to talk about the freezing option, but, overall, your body decides to do one of those. And that kind of determines,
I feel like it's probably like you face something head on, or you kind of brush it to the side. And
I think it's got to do with how you are as a person, like your brain, the way your brain works.
So let's break that down. Let's talk about all aspects of it. First and foremost, what are some situations that you guys have been in where you either had to fight or you had to take flight? Now, let me ask you another question. This is going to be two-part. So I'm asking you where and when, right? Yeah. But the other thing, is fighting always the right answer, or is taking flight always the wrong answer? Because we want to make it sound like running away or flying or something, There's got to be a time for everything, right?
I think it depends on the situation. I mean, you think about something like, and crazy that we see it a lot on the news today, but like an active shooter. I think depending on where you are in the building, you either fight or you flight. You know what I mean? I feel like it kind of becomes your...
survival.
Yeah, but, almost like your responsibility at the same time. I don't know. I almost picture it like, if this guy's coming through this door, and I'm right here, maybe in a place where I can hit him with a chair or something, I feel like at that point it's like, yo, we gotta be the hero today.
Someone's still pretty excited off WrestleMania.
Or you're all the way down there, like you're not gonna come charging at a dude with a gun. So at that point it's like, yo, we gotta run, we gotta go.
Now, in my mind, what I'm thinking is that flying, because the aspect of flying in your mind is like running away from the problem. Actually, I believe that the fighter is the person that's the survivor. So if you can't, let's say, disable the shooter or whatever it is, in that case, to me, the right thing in fighting would be to get cover or not make a big scene. That way things don't go worse than what they could have. Yeah. I think a lot of times in our mind when we're like, I was actually telling Raina today earlier when we were talking about it before the show that I feel like sometimes when we ask for help, or, we have to humble ourselves, or there's situations where we can't handle it, and we feel like, oh, man, I'm running away from my problems. I actually think that's fighting, because it's easier just to keep, quiet on certain things. But
that's true.
What do you guys think?
I agree with you. And I didn't see it that way until you actually said that today.
Break it down so the people know what we talked about today.
So I just asked you, what did you think about flight or fight, right? Mm-hmm. And that was, your explanation was based on what somebody else said. Who was it? The person that you mentioned?
I forgot who I mentioned, but I was talking about it.
But I think what you guys were talking about was more like in a situation, maybe you need financial help, or maybe you need
I didn't specify.
Like somebody bailing you out from a situation, like, yo, I really need help, or yo, I'm in trouble, I need help.
Let's break it down this way. What about the person, let's say you have some sort of addiction of some sort, and you're like, if you don't reach out to somebody, a lot of people would be like, oh man, that's pretty weak. But actually, that's strong for you to be like, hey man, I'm actually doing bad, I need help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Randy's like, I've covered a lot of addictions by myself, and I've gotten out of all of them. So
he's like,
I don't need y'all.
Well, I think in the end, it really depends on who you are as a person. There's people that feel like they're who they are is like, I gotta fight till the end. And there's just some people that will avoid the issues, the confrontation, the dealing with the problem face to face. And I think you're more likely to, like, psychologically, I guess, run away from issues when you're more...
That's me.
Yeah.
That's literally me, because I have so much anxiety to begin with for whatever reason. I feel like it keeps me away from doing even like fun things, like going on that little scooter thing in California, like the fact that I couldn't do it the first time and it kind of scared me. I'm like, okay, flight, like I'm not doing this no more. So I feel like for me, in most cases, I probably do the flight thing in those type of situations. But I feel like I would hope if somebody's trying to kill me, you know, I would fight. You know, I've never been in that situation, but I would hope so.
You're gonna fight by taking flight.
Well, and I was reading, you know, for example, they talked about the anxiety part in the whole fight and flight on this article that I was reading, and I think it has to do even with a lot of like things like public speaking, and I think we don't really consider it, but you know, there's people that just get up somewhere to speak and they gotta go. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, I can't do this, or they just, you know, don't have what it takes, I guess, to, you know, come out on top of the situation and fight through it. I don't know. It's just kind of interesting because I never thought about it that way. I guess whenever I hear fight or flight, I'm thinking this is life or death or life or death. You know what I mean? But sometimes it could be even like the little things, like a presentation at work, or like Reina says, anxiety, like even being out in public for you is like, yo, like I just can't do the whole crowd.
It's like me and driving. Like in my mind, I'm like, okay, let me get in the car and try this time to not get lost. And I'm already like, nope, flight. Like I'm not doing this.
Well, I'm just kind of trying to read a little bit. I had something that I looked up earlier today, but it's just something, I guess, like you were saying, maybe like an instinct of some sort that comes out. Where actually, what I read earlier was interesting. The fight or flight, not only humans but animals have it too. So, example.
Is it like a defense mechanism?
Yeah, because at that point, basically, like Randy said, you're basically pinned with two options, which are the fight or flight, something that you feel like attacking, some sort of anxiety, life or death situation. So perfectly with animals, you see it. Like if you see
goat.
What goat?
What's the goat?
What goat?
The goat that gets scared and he falls.
Oh, the ones that freeze. I can't remember. The fainting goat.
The fainting goat. They just because if you scare them, they faint. And just.
But this is like kind of like I was saying. There's the run, flight, or freeze. Their defense mechanism is to freeze. Hope nothing happens.
I'm thinking here of like animals. They do this perfect. Like you see those videos of lions chasing like gazelles or whatever,
and they're running not because they're not.
That's their way of fighting. That's their survival.
Exactly, and in their own. In the whole animal kingdom, there's animals that they hunt, and in that situation, they're not gonna run. They're more comfortable just going, hey, like I gotta hunt or whatever. But then when there's danger, where there's another like big dude or big animal coming at you, then it's like, yo, I gotta run. There's no way I'm fighting this off.
How do you think this relates to stuff happening like now?
Like which things?
Like let's say even like celebrities, like for example, Usher.
To fight or flight. What's going on with Usher right now?
With this whole scandal thing that he had.
He had
the option to, I guess, fight it. Let's say to be, come forward and be like, actually, like I didn't do that. I did not sleep with all these people and give.
I haven't heard anything from him since his confessions.
Yeah, because he's never confronted it. So do you think in that situation he just took the flight option?
That's the flight option.
I think that's different though, because I think to some extent he doesn't have the freedom to do whatever he wants. Now he's got to worry about what his lawyer said, his publicist. He's got all these things running through all his people. And if his management says, you know what,
take a flight.
As much as you want to come out and defend yourself, like the best thing to do is just let it die off. We'll fight it in court. At the end of the day, like we know, or really the truth, but there's a way to handle this whole, like the way I look at it, like money hungry people that just want to come at you and say, well, like, there was this one time, 10 years ago, this happened, and it just, at that point, you say, you know what, like, I'll let my lawyers handle it.
He's like, I'll let it burn.
Damn. You know what I was thinking? Fight or flight? I was also thinking, like, how does that, how can you put it into, like, fears of some sort? Like something that you might be scared of, and you're like, okay, am I going to fight it? Flight?
And if I see a bee, I'm flying.
You're flying.
I'm flying, I'm running.
Because I was just thinking, like, me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of flying.
Like airlines?
I love airports. I love aviation as far as like the mechanics behind it. The science to me is amazing. But for some reason, the older that I'm getting, the more scared that I'm getting to be on a plane. Just because I start thinking like, this is so heavy, this is that. And I'm actually thinking that here shortly I'm going to be taking a trip, that I'm going to be flying for a while. So I'm like, damn.
You can't flight on a flight. Like,
exactly. What are you going to do? So
but do you just... For example,
what do you do in that case?
I'm gonna just try to take a nap, and that's your way of like
fighting
it.
it.
I'm gonna sleep.
See, this
Take
is
some
this
NyQuil,
see this
some
conversation.
ZzzQuil.
That's true.
There's
See
people
this.
that do take sleeping pills and just kind of knock themselves out for the flight.
See, this is a great conversation that opens up a whole lot of things. To think of that, because the way that I fight things, and I just thought about that. Maybe you guys can give me some examples of what you guys do. I feel like the conversation's opening. Is the way I fight things that I get scared of or don't know. I start reading about it, try to feel more comfortable. So even though I've been on planes plenty of times, I was reading the other day, and they were saying like 10 reasons for you not to be scared of flying.
Yeah.
And some of the reasons were, safest way of travel. Obviously, it's a big business that makes millions of dollars. So if God forbid let's say one airline were to crash, that's bad for that airline. That means millions, billions of dollars in fear. Not only that, but the aviation industry itself will lose tons of money, even in a day. So they're like, that's why they have to pick, these people, the best they can. And I actually read this little thing that actually made me feel better. That I was thinking, like, when you're on a plane, there's a lot of there's turbulence, and I read this thing that said that planes actually can take a lot more turbulence than the ones we ever encountered. So the turbulence factor works on a plane like a bird. When a bird flies and you see him kind of like the wind hitting him, he could still navigate it.
Well, it's just interesting because
that's an interesting story.
I almost look at it as like
I'm fighting people. That's what I'm doing. I'm fighting on that plane. I'm gonna stay positive.
Well, and think about like conquering,
sweaty.
kind of like to go into a little bit what you talk
Conquering
about, like, conquering
fear.
your fear. Is that fighting it, or is that just like?
I think that's fighting it for me. If you
To
conquer
be able
the fear,
to get on the plane is fighting it.
Well, whatever it is.
because or else I'd run. I take flight and
Like
just
I
not
take a
get
road
on.
trip. You can't road trip to where you live.
What are we thinking, guys?
Well, I'm just like I'm thinking about like you said, for example, for me, spiders. I'm afraid of spiders.
Oh, you are
Yeah.
Peter Parker.
Arachnophobia is what it's called. But yeah, when you're scared of spiders, that's my thing. And even if I see them on TV, like on a game, like let's say there's a lot of them coming, it gives me like the
Yeah, and
like,
then
no.
he'll have nightmares.
And
He'll wake up fighting the spider.
but it's interesting because if I see a spider, if I see a spider, then I'll kill it. Like you know what I mean? Like I'm not like oh my god, like there's just and I just
kill it. You kill it out of anger, or
I just feel like if it's what's gonna
He's like,
happen,
it's either me or you. Boom.
I don't live that cruelty-free life. So if I see something I don't like, I just kill it.
okay. So we've kind of we've gone really broad on everything, which is good. So okay, fight or flight. So we've pinpointed it to fears. We pinpointed it to anxiety.
Which then I'll be the flight person in
Okay.
this trio.
Then we've pinpointed it to life or death scenarios. So I guess you could do fight or flight in a lot of different things.
I
Now-
feel like they're both good. Like I feel like maybe,
That's what I'm gonna say.
I feel like
That's what I'm
when
talking
you
about.
just say one or the other, it makes one sound worse
Good and
or
bad,
something.
right?
But I feel like depending on the situation,
You have to
you
do
have to.
it.
You can't always pick fight. Like, were you just gonna fight everything? Like,
Well, and
when you can just survive
and like
otherwise.
kind of like Raina says, I think they're both like good, but then like you have situations like depending on your type of friends,
Mhm.
it's like if we're fighting at the club, like
It's like
you
that.
gotta fly with me.
That's a literal
That
fight.
video,
Oh,
what
that
was
make
that
bring up that video. That's that video that this week. He's like,
Yo.
if my man shoots, I'm shooting. If my man fights, he's fighting.
If I fight, if I die, he
If I die, he's dying.
He's like-
You see his face. I like the joke one, the one that you sent out, the parody,
yeah,
Randy.
the one that
That one.
Rennie and no, but
That guy was gonna flame.
but
That's a technical
to
fight.
No, but to some extent, like some people look at it as like, yo, you didn't jump in, like you're a bitch or whatever, and like, yo, like not for nothing, bro, but that's my way of looking out for myself. You got yourself in this dumb fight. You think I'm gonna jump in just because you were getting beat? Like, I don't know, but it's just like, I think it goes many, many ways, and depending on the situation, some people look at it good and bad. Like,
Yeah.
if I'm somewhere and it's like, yo, like here comes this 4 guys, like we gotta fight, and you take off. If I stayed and I fought and I got beat up, I'm like, yo, you're a bitch because you ran off. But you may be thinking like, guess why I don't have any black guys today is because I got out of there quick. Like you should have
He's
gotten
a
out.
flyer.
I don't know.
First class.
So, the biggest thing, like we've talked about, fight or flight, it seems like it covers so many things. So obviously, we said fear, anxiety, life or death situations. So we were thinking, let's play a little game.
Yeah.
We'll have a couple questions asked to us,
Mhm.
and then we'll decide, do we fight or we flight? And we can give a little quick description of what we would do. Since it just covers so many things, I'm pretty sure the questions we have We'll have, some life or death scenarios, some fun scenarios, whatever it might be. We're actually going to have Sean ask the questions for us. He's here. We're just going to have Sean.
Here?
Please join us.
He's here.
Where'd you come from?
Dang, I broke into your house.
So-
That's actually one of the questions here.
So, Sean's actually going to ask us the questions. We're going to go around the table. Let's do, we'll start from your end. Go Raina, go myself. And then we'll say fight or flight, whatever it might be. I don't know how many questions you have, but let's just make this fun. Because I just think it's good because there's so many things to fight or flight about. So, go ahead, Sean.
All right.
What we got?
So, one of the questions. You have a one-night stand, right? You knock up a girl you don't even know.
Or
right?
do I get knocked up? Because I don't
Yeah, in this case, Raina would get knocked up.
Yeah, you get knocked up, Raina. Everyone else, you knocking up.
Okay.
What are you going to do? You going to stay and fight and try to be with that shit? Or you just going to, go to DR? Since Randy's...
Go ahead, DR. Go ahead, DR.
Fight. You handle your shit.
You said it was a one-night stand?
Yeah, you don't know the person.
I'm flying.
So
I can do that all by myself.
So you're going to, get bored and everything?
No. I'll just have the baby and just take care of the baby for myself. I don't need the father.
Oh,
wow.
Okay.
Well, the baby might need
the dad's
cool.
How was my dad? I don't know. He was really good, I guess.
Okay. In my case, I say get a girl pregnant. I think the right thing is to fight, but doesn't mean I'm fighting with her because I can take care of my kid. Doesn't mean I have to be with her. So if it's just a one night stand for me, I don't know you. If it's somebody I knew for a while, you know what I mean. If I knew you for a while, cool. But if not, then hey.
Well, no. This is one night stand.
One night stand, yeah. I'm gonna be there for the baby, and I'm gonna be there for you as far as you having my baby. But we're not in it together as a relationship.
Would you probably urge that person to maybe have an abortion?
No, it all really just depends.
And I think to Sebastian's point, that's what I mean. When I say fight, it's like I'll handle the situation. Doesn't mean I'm gonna get with you, but just we'll handle it. We'll see what it is, and
if she chooses abortion, that's what she
that's
chose
on her.
to do.
Like, just I'm nobody to tell her how to handle her body either.
Go ahead, second.
All right, so the other one would be, or the next one, would be, if you see a younger person verbally or physically abusing the elder. So, person, a little older.
How young is this?
How young and how old?
How old is this person?
It shouldn't matter.
So,
nobody should be abusing an elderly person.
No, a 3-year-old throwing little things at the grandma. That's different than a 19-year-old body.
Well, why would you want to intervene with a 3-year-old?
No, that's what I'm asking. That's why I'm asking.
That motherfucker. All right, so 17-year-old to a 21-year-old, right? Going at a 65-plus-year-old person.
Fight.
I jump in, man. Do something.
Not even physically fight, because I don't want to get my ass beat either. But I'll probably say something.
That's true. Yo, man. Honestly, me, fight or flight. I see somebody younger, beating somebody older. If it's in front of my face, I'll be like, "Hey, man, what are you doing?" Hey, not right now. Whatever. Go beat his ass at home or something.
No, whatever.
Don't do that. Don't do that. All right, next question.
All right. So
it's seguro social del pobrevito.
Right. So you're driving by yourself, all right?
Correct.
And you see this crazy looking person on the side of the road, and he needs some help.
What time is this at?
She needs some help.
Crazy.
It's gonna be at night.
It don't matter what
it's gonna be at night. You gonna fight as far as help the person out, or you gonna fly out? You dip it. What you gonna do, Brandon?
I think if they look crazy and they look like they're the trouble, then I'm fine.
So
I guess I'm out. No, I'm saying if someone looks like they're in danger, maybe they're seem like they're running away from something, they're scared of something, I'll stop and help. I'll do something about it.
Okay.
Good man. What about you, Raina?
I believe I can fly.
You're out.
Hold up, real quick before I get to you, Sebastian. Let's switch it up real quick. You're not by yourself. You're actually Raina, and Raina tells you no, we driving off, and your morals are telling you no, we gonna help this person out.
I jump her off in the corner and come back.
You're such a liar.
All right, Sebastian, what about you?
No, at that point I wouldn't do it because I'm not gonna put anybody else in danger just because I want to be the hero.
I'm sorry, man. I gotta fight for my life. I'm taking flight.
Yep.
So I'm out.
All right.
We all know how those movies end.
If anything, I let them know, hey man, you're really close. You're almost there.
Yeah. If anything, I'll probably pull over when I'm going on. Take it easy, man. Shut the fuck up.
Hey man, be safe out here, man. It's crazy. Got a lot of crazy people out here.
You look like you got stabbed, so you already know it's crazy out here. Keep running.
All right. Another good one. So you see you're walking down the street and you find a briefcase of money. Let's say $1 million.
Okay.
What are you gonna do? You gonna fight as far as pick it up and take it and leave and do whatever, or are you gonna just walk right past it like you never seen it?
What about you, Randy? Go ahead.
I'll take it. I'm taking that shit.
All right. Raina.
I'll take it, but I'll take it too.
the authorities,
Yeah,
so they can
You're
use
the
it.
first one locked
You
up.
So
never
they
know.
can-
What if they have
You know
one of
you're
those
Puerto
blue
Rican, right?
thingies in
Yeah.
there?
Well, like the
And they track it, and then I get in trouble for something.
I'm taking flight because $20 has somebody's name on it. I can assure you, a million's got somebody else's bigger name on it.
Yeah.
So I'm taking flight. I'm out.
You wouldn't take it?
No, I wouldn't even take
You wouldn't
it.
even grab like 10 G's. Like,
Even the briefcase. If it was in a briefcase, I've been trained in my mind to know that's
It's
not
like
good money.
by SVU.
It's not good money.
Well, because think about this. Because, like, you kind of compare, right? Like a 20.
Mm-hmm.
You pick up a 20, you take it home.
You don't think it twice.
You don't think it twice. Now, you see $1 million, and in a way, like, yeah, it could get you in trouble, but I almost look at it as, like, you just found it. If you stole it, that's a different story. If you were, like, somewhere and, like,
But
it's
the
clear
fact
that
that
I
you
get.
found
I
it?
feel that somebody with $1 million is coming to get you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm feeling like. The $20 guy. Listen, I lose a 20 means a lot to me, but I ain't looking for you. I'm not looking for you. 40, I ain't looking for you.
you better start looking at it.
Well,
So I should right now be enraged if somebody stole a quarter from me. But if you have a quarter of mine, I'm coming to get you, bitch.
All right. So
Continue.
here's one a little bit more drastic.
Okay.
You know, you're in the forest, you're camping by yourself. All right.
Okay.
I don't know
By
why
yourself.
I don't know why y'all doing that.
Wait,
I don't know why you're doing that.
I'll say just camping in general.
Okay,
Yeah.
or just camping as a couple, maybe 3-4 people max, right?
Okay.
And some crazy person come at you
Orgy.
with some sort of weapon. Let's say a knife.
Oof.
So that way you can.
This is the
you
life
know,
or death
That way you
Randy
can do
likes.
that. That way you
Another
can do it
person
like.
that's not part of the group comes at me.
Yeah, because if it's somebody in a party, yo, put that shit down, man.
Yo, right here, real quick. So yeah. So what are you gonna do? Because I mean, if it's a knife, you can at least do some sort of hand-to-hand combat or whatnot, or an area, or all you guys gonna
Sean
just
is like, if you're third
take
degree
off.
Hapkido,
know
some taekwondo.
something. A motherfucker, he probably ain't a professional either. He's just a professional.
Okay, Randy, what do you do? You're camping, somebody comes at you with a knife, and he is not part of your group. Fight or flight?
We fighting.
We're fighting,
just
man.
gotta-
I'm
gotta-
flying because I would hope that you guys
Would
would
fight.
take care of it. And
Nice.
you don't need
Yo,
me.
Randy, what you doing?
He's
I'm
fighting.
fighting.
You fighting?
Like, they're going to have
Alright.
to take me down.
On the side of that, I have heard, and this is some crazy technique that I actually saw the other day on YouTube. That shit was crazy. They were showing people how to fight people against knives. And you know how they do these fake demonstrations real slow and stuff like that. But they were explaining that worst case scenario. Obviously, you want to start, you don't want to do punches. You want to like do swipes towards the
Yeah.
knife, the hand.
Mm.
But they say people do this. You cannot get stabbed because if they stab you, that's obviously the problem, especially if they twist. You're better off going for the blade itself with your hand and cutting your hand than it is to get stabbed.
Yeah, gotta get close.
Yeah.
So
Now-
that's crazy. When I saw that, they would literally, like, I can't defend myself. Last thing you gotta do is put your hand on the blade and then go at the person because that would be much better than actually an organ or something.
Call me Wesley Snipes in that bitch.
Wow, that's crazy.
All right.
Continue.
Well, and one funny video that I saw, it was an army dude showing you how to fight off somebody with a knife, and they're getting ready, and when they go, the dude goes with the knife, the other one just takes off. And he said that's his demonstration. That shit was funny.
All right, go ahead.
All right. So this was pretty cool. So you're already married. So this is gonna be like Randy and Raina's scenario right here, right? You're already
Sean and
married.
Janet pretty soon.
You're already married, and and your celebrity crush wants you.
Oh my gosh, fight! And the fighting here
So
would
the
be
fighting is staying with your relationship, I guess.
and
But
flying.
fine, you flying off with that bitch.
Better yet, I also want to alter that. What if it's not? What if it doesn't
Wanna
all
alter
lead
my
to?
question.
My bad. What if it all doesn't lead to something sexual? Where it's just like, I want to hang out with you and spend a whole day with
But then
you.
your wife is like, you're not fucking going.
Exactly, because
done.
this celebrity will treat you. They're gonna buy you shit or whatever it might be. They'll
Treat you
treat
better than
good,
your girl did.
and then you go back to your reality. It's not even. Don't even throw
If
it.
it's not sexual, I'm going.
What about Randy? Can he go all
If
day?
it's not sexual, yeah.
Just a little
That's
kiss
not true.
No.
She'll be
That's
freaking
sexual,
out.
man.
on the cheek.
No,
a good one on
there's
the
no
cheek.
physical
I'm-
contact.
So
I'm
there'll be
gonna
no
say-
hugging with the celebrity.
I'm gonna say I'm fighting. Like I'm gonna stay with my
Shit, I'm gonna
marriage.
touch the guy celebrity.
Because it's like I feel like you put so much work into your marriage to just let some temporary thing come and mess it up. So as tempting as it is, I'll fight.
What if? Hold on. Let's alter that one real quick. What if the celebrity is an ex?
Like
What?
meaning like
Ooh.
not a celebrity, but just like or one
Oh
of
no,
my
no,
exes
no! Like when he actually
famous.
became famous,
Yeah, one of
it
your
was
exes
like,
became
hey,
famous.
I want to hit.
They're
They
not-
have
there's-
no talent, so once they became famous.
There's no way I'm going there because I know they just want me bad, and obviously they still want some.
You know,
of
even in the
this.
celebrity world, they don't got what I got.
Yeah, you've
Okay,
you've
so
been out
Randy,
in Hollywood.
so
you haven't been
Randy's
able to
fighting
get
to
out
keep
of
his
this.
marriage. Raina
So Randy's
is
trying to keep his marriage.
Raina. You're fighting too.
Yeah, of course.
Unless it's non-sexual, then you take them flight and
Yeah.
you're gonna have a
no,
good time.
you said that they would buy me stuff. If they're gonna buy me stuff, then sure, man.
And then they buy you.
Randy,
I
Another
don't
guy
get
buying you
bought
stuff.
things every day.
Hold on. So Randy, let's cut
She
that one out.
doesn't. She doesn't get my thing.
Hold on,
I'm
Randy-
trying to save money.
Randy, so you good with Raina having another man spend money on her?
No,
For real?
no. I mean it's just old consummations. But she decided to fight. She decided to go. We'll handle it
No, they
afterwards.
said that they were gonna buy me
Right,
stuff.
I know. We'll talk about it later.
Obviously, you're fighting. You know, it ain't right.
Obviously, are you?
Obviously, y'all are fighting. I'm
Right now.
flying out this bitch. Now I'm fighting too, man. You can't do it if you in love. Hey, if it's early in a relationship, I don't really know you like that. Deuces.
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know.
Who would be your celebrity crush that you
That would do this. This is a question, Randy.
What you mean, Randy? I'm asking you.
No, Randy would be my celebrity crush, man. No, my celebrity crush would be. I have nothing but the utmost respect for Mariska Hargitay, aka Olivia Benson, for
Oh
Law
my
and Order.
gosh.
So I'm not putting her down there. I would say, man, who would be? I'd be like,
Who's someone that's like sexy?
she take
Damn,
me.
why you have
Like,
to
she
like?
takes me out all
why
day?
do you have to like separate the syllables?
It have to be something like on a Sofia Vergara type, something,
Sofia Vergara?
something around that type of woman for me.
Typical Colombian that got plastic surgery. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. She's hot.
A non-funny one.
That's-
Imagine, just kidding.
We've never disrespected anybody's culture in this show until today. Wow.
Sorry.
One of the questions?
Sorry, I was your first.
What would you do? Be racist, fight or flight?
We fight.
I'm a racist motherfucker. Equally racist.
No, you know who I've always liked? What's her name? Salma Hayek.
Salma Hayek. Yeah.
I
she's
love
hot.
Salma Hayek, man.
Yeah.
Viva me.
Damn. Be honest.
All right. So, the next question. What next question? This is something we can all relate. We've all been in an Uber, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Let's say we're in an Uber by ourselves,
What? No.
and then
By yourselves?
by
Yeah,
yourself,
You can.
Okay.
You
and
can
then
go around.
all of a sudden he drives right past or in the opposite direction of where you know you're supposed to be going. What you doing?
You know what?
My friend.
I wouldn't know
My
the
friend, my
difference. I don't have sense of direction, so I wouldn't even know.
I
where
saw-
to
Well, no, like you have it on your GPS too. Like,
Oh.
you're being
Raina's like,
cautious.
it's
Yes,
No,
sir.
because it does show you. It does show you on the Uber app.
it shows you where you're going. It has it on
Well,
GPS,
then.
and they just drive right past it. And it's been like 1 minute. You're like, okay, what's going on?
I saw
That's
Bone Collector,
difficult.
so I'm gonna say I'm gonna fight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do some shit in that Uber,
You gonna get crazy?
What if
Yeah.
what if he has like little knives and stuff when you try to open the door and it cuts you?
like in the movie.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I didn't know we were in the Saw movie.
I would
This is
tell
Bone
them-
Collector. They
That's
had
Bone
like,
Collector.
and then when you try to unlock it, it had like blades.
I would tell him, hey man, I don't know if you noticed, but we just went past where I needed to go. If he gives me something natural, like, oh,
Oh my bad.
I can't get in there, I have to flip around, my bad, okay man.
Then it's
But if
cool.
he gives me some shit like, we're not headed there, well, I'm not paying no more.
No, like,
Like, there's going to be problems both
I'm taking my card off the Uber app.
There's problems. I'm not going where I'm going, and you're not
I
getting
think I'm
paid.
gonna have to like.
let me ask
play
you,
Who's
the
really
woman
living in
part.
terror now, bitch?
because you're not getting paid.
If that is the case, I might have to fight, but I won't. I can't physically fight. I'm a girl.
Raina's like, I'll just talk to him until he stops.
No, I would have to just offer some
What?
favors.
Wow.
Try to save my life.
He's like, well, I was gonna
well,
get there.
that's
by
where it was
force.
going anyways.
The guy's like, well, I'm not looking at
you
that.
think you
I'm just
think
gonna be like,
you
I'm
think
not
this dude
difficult. I just want to live. So whatever you want.
you think this dude is trying to take you for ice cream or some shit? Like,
He's here to buy me some things.
I'll tell you what, if an Uber's trying to extort me for some dollars, man, do whatever you gotta do, man. I got no fucking money for you, man.
well, let me ask you.
I'm paying you with a coupon on this Uber.
I owe you.
The only reason I took this Uber because I got $5 off, and the ride was $4.
He's like, we're gonna drive you right to your bank, and you're gonna take everything out of the ATM. This is gonna be a scary story for everybody.
Let me
That shit's gonna be bad. I need you to get on the phone and call somebody to help you. You would be the guy. You would be the guy.
I would call my Uber to come help me. Shit. No, let me ask you, like, to switch it up a little bit, because an Uber, in the sense of fighting, even, like, you can reach out. There's usually not a division. It's just somebody's car. What if it was a taxi and you're just locked in the back? Like, there's nowhere for you to get to the front.
That's where you fucked up. You should take an Uber nowadays.
So at that point, you're like...
But in all seriousness, if I'm in that Uber and that shit happens to me, I'd probably say, man, I should have taken a fucking Lyft. At that moment.
This shit don't happen on Lyft. Fuck.
With that purple sign. All right. So the next one would be, let's say, road rage. Some guy cuts you off and you flip them off, you know the whole thing, and all of a sudden they follow you off the exit and you were supposed to go get gas, so you parked in the gas station and they pulled up right behind you. What are you doing? Randy.
We're fighting.
They pulled right next to you.
Pulled right next to you and said, suck my dick. I'm just kidding. Yeah.
No, I think at that point, you handle it. I guess you can tell.
So you fighting?
Yeah, I was personally, right?
You're not going to run into the gas station? No.
I think part of it is like, yo, maybe we can talk about this. Yo, what the fuck or whatever.
Who?
If it... No, like they cut me off.
You're just fucking around on the freeway and you pull off the...
Or, regardless, I think I'll handle it. Obviously, I want them to be like, oh, you're here, let's square up and let's go. But, I think you can still talk about it. You can still yell at each other. Now, if it gets physical, you gotta handle what you gotta handle.
What about you, Raina? You run into the gas station, you be like, yo.
Someone pull over and they want to fight
the
you.
guys running after me, save me. What you doing?
No
favors, Raina. You can't do any favors.
I'll just be like, it wasn't me.
I followed you, motherfucker.
There's 3 in the morning
here.
All right.
It's 3 in the morning. There were 2 cars on the highway, mine and yours, bitch. Like, damn.
It's like,
it wasn't me.
It's like, okay, so without fighting, can I just stick your dick or something?
No, that doesn't work in every scenario.
You just said every scenario.
This ain't life or death. Like the person's not trying.
But you can pour gasoline on you and light you on fire.
Sure.
All right. What about you, man?
All right,
Sebastian.
Damn, you meet at the gas station. You pumping gas. They're looking at you. You gotta look back and let them be the first person to say something.
They're like,
damn,
what you gotta do? But
hopefully, if you're not packing, if you're not ready for the scenario, then you have to, in a ways, like
you gotta stop slipping.
Out.
That's a mentality.
So that's a really good question.
But that's fighting because you.
No, you always gotta fight because you save yourself. So I'm always gonna fight. I'm not gonna take flight. As far as like, okay, I'm pumping gas. The dude's like, I'm gonna kill you. He takes out a gun.
I'm on my car. I'm driving away.
You got it. That's the way I'm fighting that scenario.
Unless I'm strapped, then we're gonna have a fucking Wild Wild West situation going on. Well, you never know. Shit.
All right. So the next one is you're on a train. A bunch of malicious people come up in there with some, automatic weapons. You're in the very last cart, and they're on their way over to it. What are you gonna do? You gonna try to hide? You gonna try to fight them? What are you gonna do?
So we got some bad dudes coming into the train.
Got some very bad
guys. Is the train rolling? Is it rolling or is it stopped?
It's going, man. It's going full speed.
Yeah. I think first
how fast does a train go?
About
like
60
miles.
70.
So if you jump out, you die?
I'm pretty sure.
You're definitely getting hurt.
That'd be the most evil thing you would have done yourself.
I think I would hide. Hopefully, like, if I can strategically try to do something, so maybe when they come in, I can try to get the jump on them. I will try to do that. Like,
Good
imagine
plans, I like that.
They're like over there handling.
So I make it sound like it's a lot of people too.
But I would just.
And all I brought was my good faith.
Yeah.
To this battle.
What's that ever done to do?
That's what I would do. But if it is like if it's coming down to that, and it's like I'll fight. I mean, I'm gonna go out.
Honestly, yeah. I say for me, always fight.
Okay.
Fight would be ducking at the time that we need to, and if we need to fight, like physically, it's gonna probably get to that point. God forbid that happens.
That's it. What about you?
I would hide, so I guess I would flight and hope that Randy and Sebastian protect me. But
and then
if that doesn't work out,
and then what if we need your help? And we've made a bargain.
I've always heard that if you tell the person, I have kids, something will like trigger in their mind to be like, damn, I can kill a mom.
I mean, if I was bad, I'd be like, fuck your kids and you.
I got kids.
So I would lie and be like, I have kids.
I feel bad for them. I'm gonna take.
What's your kids' names?
Hope for the best.
What's your kids' names?
Freddie.
Freddie what?
Freddie what?
It's like you're dead.
You must be.
All
you
right.
must think I'm stupid.
And if all else fails, then gotta do some other favors, I guess.
Well, but they don't go in the train for favors.
Yeah.
Shit.
They have an agenda.
They usually get those
It's not
favors before
sex.
the train.
The one thing they jumped in the train to do was not to get laid.
Hold up. There's a difference between oven sex and microwave sex.
What?
What does that even mean?
Like a quickie or a longie.
Oh.
Or
a
is this a sucky?
A longie.
No, a longie.
Sucky,
You know,
or
erase that. Erase that. I'll just
bacon
die.
or the other.
It's okay.
I just died. All right, continue.
All right,
What
next
else?
question.
So the other one would be, so my buddy, this actually happened to a buddy. He was in the club.
Don't do it.
He was in the club, him and his girl, and his girl put the phone in the back of their pocket.
Uh-huh.
This bigger guy, you know,
Bigger than him.
much bigger than him, comes by, takes it out of their pocket, walks off, and I won't say what he did, but what would you guys do in that situation?
I was like, first off, if you're a lady, don't do that. Big mistake. Or even if you're a guy, don't put your phone in the. Don't do that to yourself.
He's like
But-
in the doodoo pocket.
Yeah, don't do it. But I would fight. I would go and handle it. I'll be like, yo,
How would you
like,
handle it? What'd you
I'm
say?
gonna need that phone back. Like I saw you grab the phone. I saw you grab the phone.
I don't know
That's
what you're
my
talking
phone.
about.
I'm talking about the phone you got right there. And then you
Damn,
know.
Randy, calm down. You scared me.
You're like, unlock that phone.
No, I'm talking about like, no, we'll handle it. I think it's
I'll let him know the truth. I'll let you know that shit's gonna get turned off on Monday, man. So you can hand that shit over right now, or you can wait till Monday.
Shit.
I'll tell you what, man. I'm going through a rough patch. I haven't paid that shit, man. I'm already on a grace period.
Like, I use it as a camera. That's it.
You think that shit's a phone? That's a camera, bro. Wi-Fi device. Okay, that shit was funny. Well, if they took my girl's phone, or it's my girl, or some girl
It's your
I'm with,
girl.
because this is girl I'm with, she got her own plan. She paid rent.
No.
Damn.
It's your girl.
Does it
If it's
matter?
my
It's your
girl, I'm letting him know that phone's getting turned off soon. But
I'm gonna put a finger in your ass if you don't.
Whoa.
but in all seriousness, seriousness,
Someone took something from you.
I'm gonna let him know, hey man, I'm gonna need that phone back. I don't appreciate that. And obviously, it sounds like if the man's ready to grab somebody's phone, he's ready to fight physically.
Oh yeah, for
somebody.
sure. All right.
So we're gonna
Or not,
rumble.
sometimes they just want to take it and they just don't want problems.
All right. Well, here's a really good
They
one.
think
Here's a really good question.
So
Right here.
I can't say it.
Oh my bad. Okay,
Raina, would you
shit.
want somebody to fight for you if they took your phone? You or yeah?
You're.
Would you
All right,
fight?
Raina. In your situation, a girl took your phone.
A girl?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a girl.
Why?
Your size.
A girl your size.
What
What are we
is my
doing?
phone
Like some
now?
girl
Don't
grab your
expect-
phone
don't
out of your
expect
pocket.
Randy to
It's
be-
the
Out of
same.
my pocket?
The
Yes.
same way.
The
a
same
guy
way.
did.
A girl took your phone. Don't expect Randy to go fight
I'll
that
pull
one
her hair and be like, bitch, where
So
you
you
going with my
fighting.
phone?
right away.
Yes.
She took the phone. What if the phone was
Why'd you
falling
do
out of
that
the
to
back
my guy?
pocket? She's like, I grabbed it. Here you go.
And
No, you
Raina's
guys
like,
made it sound like she took my
Okay,
phone.
she took it.
Yeah, don't be. Come on.
She took it. Raina, you fighting?
Yes.
What if it's a guy? Your size.
And it's like,
With
I'll
one hand.
confront him. It's like, hey, that's my phone. And then I will hope that I say that loud enough where everybody else turns around and is like, yeah, that's her phone.
That's her
Right.
phone. Take it.
I think you watched too many
She's
movies.
always on it anyways. Take that
Take
shit.
that shit, man.
All right.
All right,
Yo,
like
so
that.
here's actually a really good one. Really good
Go
one.
ahead.
Here. So,
Leave one else.
a cop approaches you and just starts harassing you physically. Are you gonna
Oh my
resist?
Gosh, man.
Like
gonna
pushing
resist?
you around, like
Yeah, like trying to beat you up, like pushing you around. All he got is a badge.
you haven't done
And
nothing
he ain't no
wrong.
rent a cop either.
By the way, that's a future episode we're gonna talk about.
Yeah.
We have some really good stuff for that. Me, you know, you want to be smart, or you want to say, hey, I'm not gonna fight. But human nature to me, you're gonna fight. For
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
I'm gonna fight.
This
God
is in
forbid I get
public?
shot. But
This is in public, like with people around.
Yeah.
If it's somewhere in public, I'll make a scene. We're fighting. Be like, leave me alone or whatever it is, right? If it's private, if it's like in a like one-on-one situation, then my fightings is like, okay, like let's go to the precinct and let's figure this out, and that'll be my way of like surviving because I'm not about to get three bullets to the back of my head just for trying to be.
Yeah, I got you.
I get you. I feel
All right, and we'll just say the last one. We'll do it. This is gonna be a little different one.
you.
It's a camping one again.
Wait, but Rena didn't answer that one.
Oh,
Cop.
Yeah, please forgive me, bro.
oh dang, Ray, I'm sorry.
What are you doing, Raina?
You
You're getting beat up by the police.
So I would fight in like the background. So what I mean by that, I will be like, officer, I'm complying, blah blah blah. But I'm gonna have my camera out and be like,
He's
this.
beating
No,
you
no,
up
no,
already.
he's assaulting.
He's
me.
He's
already
already-
beating you
He
up.
kicked me already.
Yes, you're getting beat. He's literally beating
If he's
you up.
beating me, then I bite back. Not fight back, guys. I did say bite. I will bite.
Okay.
Anything? It sounds like a lot of things with the mouth on the show.
So
All right. And the next one is gonna be this. This is gonna just be test your character, right?
Okay.
You're camping in a tent,
Uh-huh.
and all you do is hear noises on the outside.
Oh, we
Are you
can't
gonna
be
stay
with you?
inside the tent, or are you gonna look outside the tent and see what's going on?
What kind of
What
noises?
kind of noises?
You're hearing-
Sexual?
a bear maybe coming at you. I don't know. Like
You hear growling. Obviously, we're not a zoologist up in this bitch. So it's an animal growling.
It sounds like a big dog, but it might be a little bear.
I might
I
actually
don't
just tell Randy, like, let's pack our shit and leave.
Wow,
You know
that's a
what's
beautiful
funny?
animal.
You know what's funny? They just reminded me of the comedian. I think personally, I would have to get out and see what's going on. Because if it's
You
a
want to know your
situation,
surroundings. You want to know
yeah,
what's
and
going
if it's some shit that we gotta run, then I gotta know. I'm not gonna get caught inside a camping tent and get devoured in that shit. Like, yo,
Because it's happening.
Fucking
yeah, exactly. Like, I feel like I gotta go check it out, and if it's a situation we gotta run, we gotta run. But it reminded me of the situation of that comedian when he's like, why is it that women always want the guy that pays the bills and all that to get up when
To
there's
run,
some
yeah.
shit? Like, someone's breaking into your house, be like, get up, check it out. I'm like, shit, I pay
Yeah.
the bills.
You think I should be the last one being sent anywhere?
If I get killed, all this is fucked.
Yeah, all that equal rights shit, but you don't want to equally get out the bed.
Yeah.
Whoa,
No,
whoa,
bro.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
I would say,
My bad.
I would say I'd have to definitely like, I'd have to see, at least peek and see what it is.
Like, look out.
It almost made me think like,
You have to cut a hole in the side of the tank.
No, you can look do the little sipper thing
okay,
down a
it's
little.
not a
or-
grown bear. You see a little cub,
That means the family's around.
but that means the family's close.
Oh damn, we all
I'm
took
running.
Animal
we
Planet,
all
Animal
seen that
Planet.
much on Animal
Planet
Planet.
shit.
Hey, little bear, where's your
Wildlife
mom?
in
Where's your mom,
Alaska.
little bear?
Where's your home?
It's like, is your name Yogi?
Wow.
All right, Raina, what about you? What you doing?
No, I said I was gonna
Send somebody.
take my shit and leave.
Oh,
That
The moment
moment-
you hear a
That
noise,
moment
you're out.
she's gonna unpack, pack
I'm
shit
not,
up.
I'm not a nature person.
It's like-
I
it's
would
like-
be wondering what the heck am I doing there to begin
it's
with.
like,
Raina's
it's like a little squirrel just biting into a nut.
Rena's like, shh. Rena's like, fuck this. I'm out.
All right,
Go. What's
All
all right? So
That was
one
that
more,
thing.
and this is just kind of like because we were kind of talking about it. So you're at home, someone's breaking into your house. You hear someone forcing a window
Mhm.
or forcing their way through the door. Or they're banging, trying to break the door down.
I'll tell you what I'll do.
What do you do?
Well, I'm gonna tell you what the person gonna hear. You're gonna hear a little 12 gauge go cock cock on that bitch.
And then you hear an AK fire back.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Well, you know.
You hear.
Hey, I think we all seen like how to camp and shit, you know, on these games.
Yeah.
You can spray through the walls.
I
all
would hide
night.
in the closet and call 911.
So see, for me, we have
And
an alarm.
possibly die.
We have an alarm system. I will hit the distress signal, which is silent, just calls the cops and everybody. And then I think I will just hide and wait it out.
Great.
No,
I
shit.
thought something more like
No,
glorious was gonna
no.
come after that. He's like, I'm just gonna hide.
No.
Randy's trying to be quiet. Dude's just walking through the house. She's like, "Don't be a bitch. Get out there." They hear you. They're like, "Oh, there must be in the room."
Because again, I don't
Randy,
know.
do some shit, man. They're out there stealing.
I don't know what
Pretend
they're.
you have a gun.
Well, again, I don't know what most. And I can tell you, most people that break into houses, they just want the TV, the PlayStation, and whatever. And
Yeah, there's
honestly,
nothing
it may not be
crazy.
You
worth
wouldn't
it.
fight for your place.
Shit, no. Like my
Shit,
home
nigga
insurance.
almost knocked me out last time I tried to play a game. I just gotta come in this bitch and steal it. Take it.
He's gonna
Take that shit.
the most he's gonna do is try to talk you out of it. Hey,
No, what
man.
I'm saying is my home insurance will take care of that. Like I don't gotta catch a bullet just because of some noise or some shit. Like yo, like that's what I got a security system for. So I don't have to be swinging. Otherwise, I wouldn't have it. And when someone breaks in, I'm gonna go with my bat or whatever. Like no, like
Would you
man,
at least protect Omega? Yeah.
Omega sleeps with us, so I guess yeah, he'll be locked into the room too.
Oh, that's who's gonna hide the room?
And he'll be barking or doing the noise he does.
He's like, no.
No, anyways, no.
Them
But
dudes
again,
is out of this house quick.
if it comes down to that, where it's like, okay, now you're like at a close proximity, then we gotta handle it. But if I just hear some shit like,
Raina's like, what do you mean we?
Raina, what do you do? Raina, what do you do? You're by yourself. Randy
By
went
myself?
he went on a business trip. He had to
What
go
business?
for his job.
Shit.
He had to go 2-3 days on his job because he's done that before. And then you're here. Well, shit, I'm here now. And I'm out too. And it's just you.
Damn.
And Javi's playing games.
So he don't hear
So
shit.
he ain't gonna hear shit. He might think the shooting's from the game.
I guess I would just have to, because I don't think I remember the distress code.
Oh shit, this is a great time to remember.
it's nothing. It's just our wedding date. But hey,
Oh,
shit.
She like that shit gets me nervous.
Like 4 zeros? Just kidding.
No, like-
Well, now I know. I guess I'll do that then. And hide with Omega and hopefully.
oh, so it's okay for you to hide, but I gotta go catch
What
it,
else am I supposed to do?
Raina's like,
I
I'll
guess
be
grab a
hiding.
knife.
Go handle it.
handle it. No, but yeah, what do you do, Sebastian? You're home alone. You hear some shit. going down.
He's like, I'm here. How about press that number?
If I get to the number, I get to the number. If I'm packing, I'm shooting.
Yeah.
I'm going out and I'm
You're
shooting.
going out, you're figuring out.
Yeah. If I don't have nothing on me to defend myself, then really I just got to stay in there and I got to, hopefully call 911 or, something like that. So
Cool.
and that's at my situation right now because obviously if there's kids involved, little kids, they were thinking different.
No, but you gotta. Yeah, I feel like at that point it's different. Cool.
I use my bow and arrow. Take them out.
All right.
Time.
So.
Okay.
All right.
Be like,
Arrow.
pew, pew, the freaking nerd bow and arrow. They're like,
Hey, stay still.
hey, I want to hit you. Stay there.
All right, let's go.
All right,
That was the
so-
game. The game was fun. We want to
Yeah.
thank Sean for asking all them questions and
Yeah,
everybody for
that was fun.
participating.
That was actually. So for the next segment, as always, we're gonna do our 3, 2, 1. For those of you guys that are new to the podcast, this is where we all talk about something that was impactful for us through the week, whether it was something that was good or bad or sad
We
or
reflect
funny
on it,
or
basically.
reflect
Something
on
we
it.
take away from the week.
Yeah, something you took away from the week. For me, one thing that was impactful, the J. Cole's new
Ooh.
album that dropped, KOD.
KOD is nice.
I thought it was fire, and what I really kind of liked about it was
1985. Go on.
yeah, that shit was fire.
Go hear
But
that.
for me, was just that, and I figured he was gonna do that, but just he stuck to rapping, and I just like that he didn't try to do this whole new sound or
He does him. I
or
like
he
it.
does him, and he's because I feel like I miss that in music today, like all these little pumps and little shunks and little everything. It's just
Well,
like
those are they good too. bro.
I don't even know what the fuck they're doing nowadays. Anyways, my opinion, I don't like it. No, but I'm saying like
I'm
it's
with
just-
you. I'm
I
with you.
appreciate
I like
that
what
he
J.
kept
Cole
it.
did. It was nice.
He kept the G. KOD. Listen to it if you haven't. It's out
If you like
there
hip hop,
everywhere.
you gotta listen
Yeah,
to it.
for
What
real.
about you, Rita? What
Do
you
it
take
for
away
the
from it? What was
culture.
something?
What was impactful? I feel like communication overall was impactful for me this week. I had a lot of heart-to-hearts with my close friends, with my husband, and it played a really big part in my week, and it made me feel more uplifted and
Nice.
more positive.
Why was I
to-
excluded of these? I don't remember any hard
You've been busy all week.
Yes.
You've been feeling sick, is what you. I've been sick, guys. I can't come around.
But I feel like it was very needed, and I appreciate you all.
That's a good one. That's a good
Let
one.
me say that
like
again.
it.
I appreciate you all.
Thank you very much. We appreciate
What about you,
too. We
Sebastian?
love you. I'm actually gonna kind of piggyback of what you said off something about music. So I'm gonna talk about. I've never been, but I'd like to go to Coachella maybe sometime,
Oh yeah.
but
Baychella?
just to see like everything that's
Coachella.
going on. And we had J Balvin sing with Beyonce, so
That
I
was
thought that was
fire.
really really dope. Especially because right now this Latin movement, like the Latin urban music, Latin trap, this Latin pop, it's really getting its due right now. Where you see like Will Smith hanging out with Nicki Jam, and then you see Maluma's gonna have a song with Pharrell. So I just like this whole fusion in this time right now. So like that was
That was
something
good.
really
And it was
to
pretty
take
cool
away.
to see. I guess I didn't know. And I think Raina was the one that mentioned it, but I guess I didn't know that. Like Beyonce was doing the thing 2 weekends in a row. Like,
Correct, yeah.
2 shows, and it was kind of cool to see her bring him out. First of all, singing the song that she was, featured in for the remix, Mi Gente, and then J Balvin coming out. You could tell he was so excited to be
Just
there.
to be there.
And it's big for the culture.
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
big
That's big for
Latin
the
movement.
culture. So
Colombia.
and
Yeah.
all Latins, everything. So it was cool.
PR.
And on a side note, though, something really impactful, man. Yo, because if you know me, you know basketball. I'm huge on basketball. It's playoff basketball right now. LeBron James, to me, is the best player today that plays the game. And that man's got no help on that team.
That was
So if he
crazy.
loses this series, it's not him. Like,
It's a team.
I could just hear it now.
Would you even
LeBron
say-
sucks and this and that.
Would
but
you even say some of the coaching? Like I think sometimes
it's a mixture of everything. It's
Oh, definitely.
it's
coaching.
the coaching is
And,
the team.
and who knows? Maybe he's not the easiest player to play with because that's what now everybody's trying to say.
Yeah, everybody has an
But
excuse.
the man has taken, lesser teams really far. I'm just saying that I'm really impacted by him as far as the leader that he is. You don't hear anything bad coming out of like his
If
camps.
anybody from the
people talk
Cavs
about-
is listening, help the dude out.
Help
please.
LeBron,
Damn.
man.
This is all.
No, but Kyle,
Well,
shout out to
no,
Kyle.
yeah, no, I'm like,
Thompson's fault.
I think they all doing their part. It's just not it needs more effort.
It needs more
yeah.
effort.
And
From what we
and
I'm
can
not
less-
see
saying
from the
there's-
eyeball test.
Yeah,
Less
from the eyeball
cheating.
from here. We don't know because I'm not playing the game out
It's
Yeah.
there.
got nothing to do
I
with
just
the
feel
cheating.
I just feel like
Yeah.
he's that much
Wait,
better.
they need less cheating on the team.
It's not that. It's just they need to
Okay.
play better.
Wow.
All right, everybody on that Chloe band. She
Cheating
forgave
doesn't-
him.
cheating
She-
doesn't hurt.
She stayed with him.
What?
It doesn't.
She stayed with him.
It doesn't
and-
hurt basketball.
Yeah. Anyways,
Imagine.
cool.
All right, and that's that.
All right.
So now we're going to continue to our People's Note. Rain, explain what that is for the people.
Yeah, so if you're a new listener, the People's Note is our version of the quote of the day. For tonight, we have, be a lover, not a fighter, but always fight for what you love.
I like
That's
that.
nice.
I like that a lot. That almost reminds me of something that I heard one time that was
like on Great People podcast.
exactly. Go ahead, continue.
Yeah,
do you-
that's about it.
That's it.
No.
I was
All
gonna say
right.
something stupid, but
So, anyways, but yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Episode 15. Thank you for the support.
big episodes coming.
Yeah, we got some more coming. We're gonna have some guests coming in future episodes.
really
We have
great
some fun
talks.
topics. Yeah, so if you haven't yet, subscribe, comment down below, like it, share it with your friends. Follow us on Instagram at Great People Podcast. Everywhere else, Twitter, Great People Podcast. You can look it up. Follow us everywhere. Yeah, again, Instagram, Great People Podcast. On Twitter, Great PPL Podcast. On Facebook, we have a page, Great People Podcast. But anyways, thanks for the support. Leave us down below anything you want us to talk about in the future. Any suggestions for improvement, anything like that. But again, subscribe if you haven't. Thanks for all the support. We're going to be here again next week. with
Shout
some
out to
fun stuff.
everybody that listens and supports.
Yeah.
We appreciate you here. 15 episodes in, so it's crazy to even think that we've done this many. And cut.